Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm James Holland at jhollandmu, and on today's episode of What Will Make You Watch My YouTube channel.
Brandy C, yes?
I don't want to be here.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
I am bringing in a beauty CEO. This is Christian, CxC Beauty. Somewhere, you'll see them. So today what we're gonna do is he's gonna do my makeup. We're gonna talk a little bit about his brand and it'll be fun. So stick around and make sure to subscribe and like this video. We'll be best friends forever, or at least for the next week.
And hopefully I do a good job.
So what are we gonna do first?
We are gonna start with your eyes.
I normally do my eyes first, unless I'm just doing like a basic simple eye, so that's good.
So we are using CxC Beauty single shadows. I think we're gonna use this. These are all custom selected by James. So he did the whole color story.
Look at that.
So I think we're gonna use
amazing.
This beautiful palette.
I mean, let me ask the audience.
So all of these are available as single shades, and you can kind of build your own palette with them.
Yes,
Cool.
on CxCBeauty.com.
Perfect. Be careful, she explodes.
Okay, we're gonna use the exploding eye primer, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I actually have never tried this before, so this is gonna be my first time.
Literally every time I open it, it explodes out of the container. So, but it doesn't feel pressurized right now, so I think we're good.
Let's see. Okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger and tap this on. Oh, a little goes a long way.
Yeah, she's real thick. And these are your brushes.
Yep, so I'm going in with a CxC Beauty Fluffy Blender brush just to disperse this base, which I did not know was so pigmented. And
I probably should have told you that.
literally, you just need a tiny drop. I'm just gonna go all the way to your brow bone.
Do you think it's easier doing makeup on yourself or on other people?
Definitely on other people, just because I started that way.
How do you account for like different face shape? You just know.
Yeah, it's just different techniques of contouring. I don't think your face is like...
My face is asymmetrical, so it's like my nose is crooked and then my hair is messed up. But my nose is crooked, it goes to one side, and then like one cheekbone is higher than the other.
I have the same... Look at my face. It's like two different faces. Do you see my nostrils?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this side of my face is a little more lifted.
Pick a side, pick a side.
It's like...
I think we just came out of the birth canal weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say something really nasty.
This is a rated PG channel. I think the eye looks good. We're ready to move on.
You're fucked up. You look horrible. You look like a fucking clown. A goddamn...
So I'm gonna go in with this beautiful shade right here, which is Cabernet. It has like a tiny bit of shimmer in it, but it's a matte red shade.
Is it like a true red, or is it like...
It's like a more wine red. So I guess matte isn't really, like matte with a little bit of shimmer isn't like the good description for it. I would say more of like a satin.
Right.
And it's extremely pigmented.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god.
So you gotta be very careful when you're packing this on.
What's your favorite color to work with?
I am obsessed with anything bronzy. I love like brown bronzy, gold bronzy, anything like that. Your typical like summery beachy vibes, you know. I'm gonna go back in with the fluffy blender and I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. So I always blend, add color, blend, add color. So the makeup process usually takes a little bit longer, but then you get a really nice diffused.
Because you can always build, right?
Yeah, I love building color. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a shade that is not released yet, but it will be coming soon to CxC Beauty. So you're seeing it here first.
So fancy.
Exclusive.
Reveal.
I'm gonna show you the shade, but I'm not gonna reveal the name or anything. This beautiful purple shade right here. I'm gonna start working that into the crease.
What is the hardest color to make?
Purples are extremely hard, actually. Those are some of the hardest, and then a really good pigmented blue is very hard, and then yellows.
I feel like yellow just doesn't show up on a lot of people's skin, so...
In order to make a good yellow, you have to do a high concentration of pigment, and a lot of brands will skip out on that, you know, to save. Because it still looks very pigmented in the pan, but then when you go to apply it on your eye, it like disappears.
It's like dust. adjust.
Yeah.
This is so nice for me because I don't have to do anything.
Have you ever
I
had your
just
makeup
sit
done?
here. Yes, a couple times. I'm always so nervous though because I have a very specific face shape, you know?
I guess I cheated a little bit because I watch your videos.
True.
Although my style is very different.
Yeah, everybody kind of has their own like aesthetic, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because then you, like when you do your makeup on somebody else, you can see that aesthetic and you can see how your face looks on somebody else.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'm sorry, I'm doing the claw on you.
He has been chosen.
What are you doing? Stop it! Stop again, salad!
Gonna move on to the next eye.
The power that has, the intelligence that has, the clearance that has, the access that has, the influence that has, the pro.
I'm gonna go into the palette and go into this shade right here called Rose Petals.
Have you done like full swatches of all, like video swatches of all your single shades?
I'm so terrible with my own brand. I'm always on Instagram and YouTube showing off everybody else's brand, but then when it comes to mine, I always forget to do videos and all that stuff. It's just weird too because I feel like when you talk a lot about your own brand, people will unfollow you or like...
That's so weird.
It's like they don't want to hear that you're being successful.
I have my career. You guys don't. You want what I have.
I'm gonna cut this crease. And I think I'm gonna use... So this is the CxC Beauty shader brush. So it's a crease shader brush, so it's longer than your traditional shader brush. How many times can I say... Take a shot every time I say shader brush.
Oh, stop it. Right, just stand up, right?
So basically you can use it to pack on pigment, but you can also use it to blend because it's like a little bit fatter. But then when you wet it down with like something like this, it gets nice and thin. And since I already cheated and I watch his videos, I know he cuts it above
So
his
high.
crease. Another good trick when you're cutting the crease, if you are not very good at it, okay, you can go to like the art store, like any art store, and just get paintbrushes, like really, really thin ones. I have that one. I have a couple of them, and that helps you with the cut crease if you're not too good at it with the bigger brushes for eye brushes. Okay. First time I use it, it's like too much. Now it's too little. We get the hang of this.
Get it together.
Get it together. You're supposed to be a professional. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this shade right here called Pink Berry, and it's a beautiful. It's like a reddy pink.
It's a what?
Reddy pink.
Oh, like red, like
red,
a reddish
yes,
pink.
reddish.
Okay. I think you
There
meant
we
like
go.
ready, like I'm ready.
Ready
but
to
pink.
go.
Yeah.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
No, you ain't.
I'm gonna pack this on you, even
Okay.
though you don't like to.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna pack this shade in here. Pretty pretty. Okay, so do you like it so
That
far?
looks good.
We should have done it where you couldn't see it at all, and it would have
And
been
then
like
just
a
like,
surprise.
bam.
Bam, she's done. She's
Hey, girl.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes.
I'm actually gonna go back into the mystery shade with a CxC Beauty Pro pencil brush. So what I like to do when I use the pencil brush is where I put the cut crease, I'll usually take the darker color and go right on the edge. I used to be able to do this whole thing without resting my hand, but as I get older, my hand,
You got the
shake
shakes.
here.
When you start nearing 30, you start getting the shake. I also always feel like my blend is so much better when I don't have to talk during it. I'm like not having to focus on something else.
I have that problem sometimes, even though I love talking to my clients. When I'm really concentrated, I'm just like staring at their soul.
Yeah.
And they're just like, are you okay?
Especially when you're this close to somebody.
That's the thing about, actually, you know what I heard? A lot of, well, women and men, they fall in love with their makeup artists and hairstylists because they're so close in proximity and they have such personal conversations
Yeah.
that the person ends up falling in love.
So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. You never know.
I didn't mean to put those thoughts out
I
there
think
to
I'm
people.
falling in
too.
love.
You better be falling in love with this eye.
Know how I feel. Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like,
Okay, so I'm just basically repeating what I did on the other side.
you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
Look, she's crying. Do you hear her crying? Like we care.
If you could do makeup on anybody in the world, who would you do it on?
Like professionally?
Yeah, like a celebrity.
Jennifer Lopez.
Ah, Scott Barnes.
I'm coming for you.
Coming for your gig.
I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see you. We see each other. We see each other.
He's trying to come for our gig.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried any of his product?
No. I do want to, though. I want to get his brushes because they just look amazing. And you know, when a makeup artist makes brushes, they're going to be, well, most makeup artists, they're going to be good brushes.
And you do not have to go all the way up into my hairline because it all gets covered.
Yeah, it's nice. We can skip all this. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go do it anyway. We're giving the full beat. Put some on your neck, your back, your
PG channel.
So we got a primer on. Now we're gonna go into foundation, and we're using the Beauty Break Rayon.
Yes, Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation, and this is not a sponsored video. I just really like this.
This is 347C, so if you are of a similar complexion, that would be your shade.
And you can go on the website and see me.
Oh yes, he is the model.
Booked and blessed.
Booked, blessed, busy, all the bees. Do you, when you apply foundation, do you dot it on your face, or do you...
Whatever I feel in the moment.
Yeah?
I usually dot it. It doesn't matter. I have had a really hard time figuring out what I like best for my application. I've tried brushes, tried using other things, but I just feel like a beauty blender gives me the best coverage that doesn't make me look super textured. Because I feel like I have a lot of texture and I don't want to show that off. So I have to be really careful about like what products I use in my application.
I'm gonna apply.
Cool tone foundations are so hard. They are either way too pink or they're yellow still. And I don't feel like I'm yellow at all. I also feel like when you get a cool tone, they like have no light to medium cool tones. It's all either super fair cool toned, and there's no like cool tones for the... I'm not medium by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm more toward the light medium side, and there's usually not cool tones down that way.
And this is like a medium coverage, medium to full.
And you were saying you want to get into complexion products eventually.
Yes, I would love to do that. The only thing is that that's the literally most difficult thing you could ever get into in beauty. The foundation is literally the most important part for makeup. If you don't have a good foundation, you could have the most beautiful eye makeup ever, but if your foundation looks crazy...
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that.
And I like to blend it all.
What do you think is the best part about owning your makeup brand and the worst part?
I think the best part is just the fun in creating it, seeing happy customers when obviously they get their products and all that stuff. The worst part is, well, one, you always have to be super professional. You're a CEO. You just have to always be super professional. You have to be very careful. It's not easy either. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. 30 hours later. So we're gonna go in with a little bit of milk concealer. This is the Flex Concealer in shade, I was gonna say in Spanish, vanilla. We're gonna do Instagram concealer today, because if I was gonna do a model for a photo shoot, I would not be doing this. So I would literally be dot, blend out. But since we're doing this for like glam makeup and all stuff, look up for me, we're gonna go in a little heavier. How's the pressure?
Yeah, it's good. Just beat me up.
Wait, I can't sing songs because we'll get copyrights, right? Shh. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that same concealer. So I'm going to use the bottom of his eye to kind of like map where I'm cutting this up towards his brow. And then I usually blend more eyeshadow.
What's your ride or die concealer?
My ride or die concealer, unfortunately, got discontinued. It's the Dior Star Concealer, and I'm so sad that it's gone. It makes me so mad.
So you need to message Dior, say bring it back.
If not, I'm gonna come for you. So we're setting with a little bit of Becca Hydrate Mist.
Almost like a wet setting powder. Sorry, I looked down. Ah!
It's fine. I've already set the...
It kind of keeps everything hydrated, if that makes sense. Powder that hydrates.
So I'm going to go back into our mystery color and the red with my little pencil brush. And we're dipping in both.
And we're tapping.
Tap, tap. I'm going to start building intensity close and then diffuse it out. And I kind of just like dip, 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 dip. Tap, tap, tap.
Stunning.
She's here to partay. Okay, so now we're going to do a little contouring. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Tantour, and this is in shade light. So this is a bronzer slash contour. and it looks like this. This one's a little bit more, I would say, bronzy, so it's more of like a bronzer. And I'm just taking this Anastasia brush and rubbing it on the back of my hand. So I'm gonna tap it on, and then I'm gonna start building it up because I don't want to overdo it.
Look snatched. There's no such thing as overdoing it with contour.
Oh yes, there is. Like I just did on your forehead.
This is awkward.
Take our beauty blender and we're gonna blend it out with whatever excess foundation you might have on here. And I usually blend it into the hairline. I know his bangs cover it. So in real life, I would probably not go too much darker and just do a light contour. But since we're doing for camera, build you up.
Do you use mostly powder products or cream products?
Depends on my mood. If I want something very natural looking, all cream and I don't set anything.
But you don't get super oily, right? You don't have to worry
I
about
have
that.
drier skin. Although it's super humid in Florida. So
Right.
It does.
If I didn't set anything, I think I would be a mess.
Now your nose contour. Let's
How are you gonna do this?
that? I'm gonna try with this brush.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in with the same tan tool.
Okay. Let's see if you can do it.
Might have made your nose more crooked. But it's okay.
It's okay. We can fix it on the other side.
So we're gonna go in with the Kevin Kwan Sculpting Light Powder. So it's this shade right here. Very loved by James.
I should just buy the one powder.
The single?
But I just go in and grab things and I kind of black out.
I actually think that the tan tour dries down to like a powder finish. But we can still see. Okay, let's do some blush. Some blush.
You have a blush palette.
I do, and I almost wasn't gonna use it.
Blush palette. Reveal.
Yes.
Look at this packaging. Minimal but gorgeous. What brand is it?
CxC Beauty.
Amazing.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Sort of sponsored. Let's take a look at this.
So this is our Beyond Blush palette, and this is blushed shade. So
I like them.
Yes,
I
so
really like that one too.
this actually is a nice subtle highlight.
Yeah.
If you're into that thing, or blush topper. So I actually love to mix. I'm probably gonna mix this one and this one. I'll usually towel it off, or I just put a little bit on my arm like this. And then like everything else, I like to build, so I'll just start applying it. So for James, I'm gonna put it on the apple and sweep outwards.
Because we don't want blush down here.
No.
It drags your face down.
And then you look like a clown. I even like to put just a tiny bit there and here.
Just to bring the color all the way around.
Then we highlight. So I'm gonna go in with the Ofra Glazed Donut. So I take the same brush, I'm gonna dip in there, and we want like a really diffused highlight at the beginning.
Okay.
So I just kind of like apply it over where the blush is and up. I would even say not so low because I kind of went into the contour a little bit, but just a little slightly higher. So you get a nice diffused highlight, and then you go in and do pinpoint highlighting, which I'm actually going to take the CxC Beauty Cheek Defining Brush.
Wow.
So we have one of these two. These are amazing for pinpoint highlighting, but also if you want, you can use this to apply powder under your eyes because it's nice and small. So now I'm just intensifying the highlighter on the high points.
Because you know I love an intense highlighter.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at her.
Highlight.
Who is she? Have you thought about doing highlighter shades?
Yes. Stay tuned.
Ooh.
And then your nose, I cheated. He does a little bit up here, right? You do the tip too?
And the tip.
And then I'm gonna jump back into my CxC Beauty Pro pencil brush, the one that has a little bit of color in it. Highlight the inner corner and the brow bone just a tad.
Okay, so we put on mascara and then we put on some lily lashes and now we're ready for...
I'm gonna add more highlight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use some of this Dior white one, this white shade right here. I'm just gonna put it right on top.
And we use the whitest shade because I'm the whitest.
Yes, and also we want the maximum reflection so when he goes outside, people are just blinded.
Absolutely.
Absolutely blinded, they hit the floor.
Right. We want them to be like that show on Netflix where they, when they see it, they like crash their car.
Yes.
And they all have to wear blindfolds.
We're gonna bird box you bitches. And now we're gonna do some lippage.
Okay, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna try these 3 things. We have an Artist Couture Climax. This one is a Lust Gloss by Pat McGrath.
So we have Lust Gloss, and
Climax.
Climax.
This one's actually called Sunset Rose.
Oh, that's
of
pretty.
the Lust Gloss. And then we have a Kylie one that says Bear. So. So I'm actually gonna scoop some of this Kylie on my hand. Looks different on my hand than in the tube. But we're gonna go for it. And I'm using a brush, just because that's what I would do. And I'm gonna start just applying it on his lip.
I'm gonna try not to talk.
I'm gonna try not to make your lip crooked. Yeah, she good. Let's do a little gloss. I'm gonna actually use the Pat first.
Okay. You know I love a gloss. I could go out barefaced and I'd still have a gloss on.
Yeah. And then I'm taking Artist Couture.
Product on product on product. Setting spray?
Oh yes, let's set the face.
What do you want to set with? Morphine? If it's not empty.
Can I double fist it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Now, we wouldn't do this to a normal person.
Right. But I'm not a normal person.
This is called extra. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes, yes. The shadows are so pretty. I just want you guys to look at these shadows. Look at how amazing these look.
She's blended.
Blent.
Is it focusing on my
There we
face?
go, there we go. It's focusing on me
I'll
now.
hide.
Okay, so where can we get these products if we need them?
So
Because we do need them.
Everything is available on CxCBeauty.com. We do have all kinds of beautiful shades to select from.
Yeah, and I'll leave a link in the description box so you can go right to his website and a link to all his socials so you can follow him. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the look. If you did enjoy it, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. That is a like, right? And then subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you liked the final look and let me know if you like these products. See you next time.